Step right in, the lights they gleam. Arcade dreams in neon streams. Galaga's blast, a pixel dance. Boiler room in a joyous trance. Take my coins, I yearn to spend them too. Scores call, come to defend them. Multicolored screens where memories bend. The boiler room's warmth with friends around in this arcade palace lost and found. Flippers tune in the pinball hall. A joystick journey, nostalgia's call. Step right in the light.
Away. There it is. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hopefully we're live. It's supposed to, as soon as the countdown's done, move us over, but it seemed like it just kept going. Like,
Just a repeat on count.
yeah, I was like, I don't think that's correct. So yeah, I went ahead and pulled us on in. How is everyone doing tonight? Looks like we got right now Jason. He is chilling. Master Splinter, looking forward to a good show. Us too. We also got Stock Jock in here. Hello, hello. How we doing? Well, we got a great show planned for tonight. Lots to talk about. We were honestly kind of trying to figure out how to put everything into one show. There's so many things up in the air that we're like, hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. And so it's going to be a jam-packed show. We're going to have tonight how to make the big buck shots. There's actually two different ones. So if you don't like one, then maybe you like the other. So definitely, again, easy ones to make. We always like to make them easy. 3 ingredients for each one of these. Not hard at all. So it is definitely a good time. I know that the Super Gamer Dudes is still going on right now. So we're probably going to be a little low on people till that's over with. And then they'll come pouring in. That's the way it usually is, But Burger Time, babe, how has your week been? What's been going on?
It's not been bad, just work and then dealing with showings at the house and
Yes, so
all that good stuff.
this is all about the past, future, and present of our home arcade. Right now we're trying to sell our house, so the Boilercade will be moved. We think that we have someone who is going to throw an offer at us. Says you sound so much better tonight.
I feel better. I still have the cough, but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yes, and now our 2 sons, they're over it, but they are still hacking too. So it's like we go anywhere, everyone gives us kind of like this look, like, ooh,
What are you guys doing here?
it's like we're fine, we're just hacking. So it's been kind of crazy with we've had showings at just different times where people come in and they're wanting to be at 11 o'clock in the morning, and the next one wants to be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and so, but I think that we might have someone that maybe is very, very interested. So they're still thinking on it, but we think we might be. Yes, she's ready to go to the new house already. She's like, get this done.
No, I hate the waiting game.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, okay, are we gonna get an offer? Like, oh, they came and looked at it. Like, what's wrong with it? It's just chaotic. I just
Says, are you guys doing an open house? Did you put any signs asking people not to touch the stuff in the homework? The only sign we put up was for people to please close the door to the Boilercade, because people tend to leave it open. Then the cats get down here, and the cats like to scratch on a lot of things because we used to let them into the Boilercade. That's kind of what we originally were going to do, is have their kitty litter down here and let them kind of roam. But then they started jumping up on all the arcades and scratching, the decks and the sides of it. And then I was like, nope, they're not going down there.
I came down one day and our one cat was like up in the rafters. Yeah. I didn't know where she went. I was looking, and I just looked up, and she was just looking at me like, hey, what's up? This is my place to hang out. Yeah. And to get there, she had to jump on the arcades. So We don't let them down here anymore.
And I noticed a couple little scratches, and I was like, all right, like we can't have this. So
They sound like horses up there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're like,
yeah. Wow, did she say Chaotic is interested in the house? No, no, no. I'm sure he'd take the boiler cave. He'd be like, sure, man, I'll take those. Actually, the people that were looking at it, they were like, man, the arcade is so cool. He's like, I wouldn't mind having this down here. And I'm like, well, if you write me a big enough check, I mean, anything's up for grabs. like, I know it's going to have to be a pretty big check. That's the thing with it. So, but as far as gaming this week, I don't think we've really got a chance to do much of that either because everything going on.
no.
I got to come down here and I bought these like little 1-inch extenders for my arcades as for the Intech deck ones because the Intech deck has a really small stick, like it's like really close. So I bought those and I just put them on. Multicade Matt is the one who suggested it or talked about it on Arcades Anonymous, and man, it makes so much of a difference to have those on there. That extra inch, like it's every inch counts. Every inch counts. Every inch counts. So one more inch makes all the difference. And Stock Jock, I can tell you, I've been playing Robotron on my Sega there, and the inch does help a lot. Can you get back up? Hello. I could have moved to the side.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So yeah, that helps a lot. That being able to move those two joysticks like a little bit easier than being so close to the deck itself. So that has been like a game changer. It makes it twice as much more fun as what it was. So, but yeah. So what we want to do tonight, we've been kind of in this arcade space, or doing the home arcade stuff for about 5 years. I know that Arcade One Up's been here for 6 years, just about 6 years, but we didn't really get into it till about probably like a year in. So, it was about a year into.
Yeah, because I want to say the first one we found, like they were on sale because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for us, it's been probably 5 years. That's why I said home arcade's 5 years in. Is how I introduced it instead of 6 years. Just personally for us. So I kind of want to walk down memory lane, kind of see how our arcade started to where it is now, and then get you guys' arcades. What was your first home arcade you bought? What's your favorite arcade that you ever bought? What's your last one? That's kind of like what I want to do tonight, kind of help us reminisce a little bit in this home arcade community. So if you guys have anything that you want to show off or add, then by all means, please put it in the chat, and we can talk about it because it's about us and the community here. So we definitely want to make sure that we're getting everyone's input on everything. Hey, there he is. James Hates Everything. How we doing,
Hello.
man? How we doing? We're just about ready to start showing off some stuff here, and we're just getting the ball rolling. I figured again, Super Gamer Dudes is still going on, which is cool. Everybody's over there partying, which is great. So as soon as it's over, though, they will be rolling in for sure. That's usually what ends up happening. Actually, it just ended, so you'll probably see a few more people pop in. Awesome.
Excuse me.
Great. So, do you remember the first arcade that we bought?
I do. You want me to tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead, tell a story.
Okay. So we were walking through the mall and we went by FYE, and in the display there was, I think it was Asteroids, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe they have this here!" And I was like, "What's this thing?" And
how we doing, Billy Woods? Thanks for stopping by.
And I remember you were like, "Oh man, maybe I don't know, it's kind of cool, but," and we left, and then you were talking about Rampage because that was another one of the OG cabs, and for some reason, I went to the mall by myself, and I was walking through, and I saw a Rampage, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I didn't even think about it, and I just bought it, and then I'm like, "Wait a minute, how do I get this out to the car by my?" So I ended up calling a cousin of mine, and she came and helped me to get it to the car and into the house. And I think I just like draped a blanket over it for when you came home to see. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
He's
Yeah.
not interested in any house. Come on, this is Ohio, man. Like Ohio is the place to be.
Just pretend and just make me feel better. Like you don't have to actually do anything. No, it's okay. Just kidding.
Say I have a new game coming out inspired by asteroids. It's going to be called Hemorrhoids. Well, I wonder how that would go. So your ship would blast away the hemorrhoid. Maybe your preparation H is like the ship, and you're blasting away. See?
Blasted it away sounds.
Yes, Ohio's not that bad, regardless of what Joel and Jay say. It's actually pretty nice here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. All right, Billy here says that Rampage was his first cab, and now it's 9-year-old loves love Gauntlet. So absolutely, that's kind of what got us into it too. Is that we liked them, and the second cab we got was Centipede, and that was more for you.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that stunk about those first ones though was that they didn't keep score. Remember, you'd play it. It's like you turn it off, turn it back on, and the score is gone. But that was the first year that we did the play in arcades till midnight, and all we had was the Rampage cab and the Centipede cab, and it was a little rough because it was like you don't play so much Rampage. 3 hours of playing this too, it's kind of a little rough.
Yeah, I think we had Invader Zim playing in the background, and it was in our apartment.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's when the start the new year in the arcade.
Yeah, absolutely. We can't wait to hug you either, man.
We love hugs.
Yes, we're having a great time. But yeah, so that was kind of our first two, and then we moved into this house. No risers either. Hey, my cock hurts. Your name trips me up every time. Sorry, man. No risers either. Yeah, it's for rough days whenever there's no risers. So it definitely was, But again, we were paying a lot less too.
Yeah, but I think Walmart still had them like in stock all the time, and so I think we were able to just immediately go get risers for those two.
Yeah.
Did we?
I don't think at first. I think we had them lower, and then we went and got risers like eventually.
Well, whatever the case, eventually Walmart had them, and then we were able to pick
And
them
then
up.
Walmart had the $50 where they all went to $50, and there was probably like 10 Galagas. And I only bought one, and I was like, oh, I don't need more than one. And now I'm like, I could have bought so many and modded them. Why didn't I do this? What's up, Rough Tough Cream Puff? Hey y'all, hey, how we doing? Richie Odello, thanks for stopping by. Yo. But but yeah, so we got risers for those, moved into this house, and then eventually I started taking over bedrooms.
Yes.
One by one, little by little.
But it's fine. We had plenty of bedrooms.
Yeah.
So
yeah. There's only two of us, so there was, plenty of bedrooms. So here, and we can show this off.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I don't know why it does that. Bloop. That's the way I want it to go. This is the first little bit of me having the arcades. This is the Gen 1 time. There's or not Gen 1, but I think it's Gen 2 or 3 is whenever the Turtles came out. It might have been 3. Yeah, I had my lightsabers up there, and that was all my arcade was. And I was so proud of that. It was so simple.
It was.
Yeah, it was just so nice to have that little bit, just
that was before the strip lights and everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, before the dark times, before the strip lights. There's no light up marquees anywhere to be seen. Everything was just the screen. So I mean, it wasn't bad. Those were the good old days. That was probably 4 years ago. 4 years, yeah. Probably about 4 years ago. And I took over this bedroom. Yeah. And then it just kept getting worse.
It just kept getting worse.
Yeah. So stop sharing there. It did continue down a dark path. I have so many things that I had gotten. Okay, then it moved on to that. See, all these pictures I took, because I was sending them to people, so I did a lot of them up and down,
Yeah.
like vertical on my phone, so they look like blah whenever you get them garbage whenever you get them up here. So
And
it's
also
like,
trash. I'm just kidding. It's not that.
go here, there it is. So let's go here, there, share that.
I know.
And see, that keeps doing that too. I want it to be like that. So that's kind of hard to see though. But at this point in time, I had won a outrun from PD7 and their whole crew at that point in time. I got into Star Wars 2, NBA Jams back there. Like I'm starting to like rock and roll on these things, and you're just like, it's getting more and more worse. Like it's just keeps getting worse, keeps getting worse. What we're saying here, not a bad selection of first calves. That's right. I started in, man. Great selection. I only had turtles out of all those. It was my first cabinet. See, I had that same cabinet till like literally like a month ago too. Like I kept it the whole time, and finally I was just like, once I made this one back here, it was kind of donezo for that one. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
really need to.
It's really small.
Yeah, it's tiny. There's something more I can do. I mean, that's as much as it'll let me zoom in. Hold on, let me see. Let me try this. Where's it at? Oh, geez, where did it go?
So many pictures.
Yeah, I have like a ton of pictures up here.
It's the other way.
It like disappeared on me. There it is. Oh, it disappeared as soon as I went up.
It's that one.
I see you. There it is. Okay, now let me see if I can zoom in on this thing. There. Wow, there you go. Yeah, so that's a little bit better. So yeah, I had all those perked up there, and then two, if you notice, which now since we zoomed in, I noticed because I was like, where did that cab go?
Oh yeah.
But down here, my centipede, it had a fridge in it. Remember that was a big thing back in the day. Like people would throw fridges in them, and
Yeah.
because the mini fridge would fit in there, and that got so much. People loved it every time I came over. Um, and they were just like ecstatic that whenever I opened that up, they'd be like, "Are you kidding me? There's a fridge in this one."
And it was so convenient because we didn't have to go all the way downstairs.
Yeah,
Just right there.
but I'm surprised it lasted. Like people put sandbags in these things to make them not so wobbly, and like sandbags broke them. So I'm like, how did it not happen with that fridge? We had that fridge in there for like 2 years, and it never broke.
Mm.
And it weighed. I mean, it's probably, what do you think? Maybe 15, 20 pounds at least.
Lifted the fridge. I was
Probably like 15, 20 pounds. I'm just guesstimating. I don't know how much those things weigh, but it's pretty heavy. I mean, they're not small by any means. But then I had gotten it. What? The comments? All right, hold on. I gotta move this so I can see the comments now. I think I've got it. Extreme up close. Yes, we're going extreme with this up close. There. See, this is why I told her before we started. I'm like, man, I need 2 monitors now because it's so hard with only 1 monitor to sit here and try and do this. So yeah, but that's the fridge that was in the bottom of this one here. But yeah, so it just kept advancing. It got all the way through this room, and we've gotten to the next room. Like it was 2 bedrooms that ended up being taken up. Let me see if I can get this to work. This is just a little video though. I don't think that's gonna look right. Because it is. See, back in the day, I didn't care. I was only showing this to, like, people in my family. I wasn't really thinking about like doing, a big old to do on the internet. So I was always the vertical instead of horizontal. So everything is just like in the wrong view.
We know, Pickly.
So let me do this real quick. Let's see how bad this looks. Share this. Then let me move this out of the way. This here. Actually, let's make us tiny. And we're tiny. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So let's move this over here. That's muted, so I can go ahead and
Oh, okay.
it'll let me.
Nope. Womp womp.
It's because that thing's in the way. There we go. This is kind of what it was. Y'all get the shaky camera view.
What, the Cloverfield view?
Yeah, the Cloverfield view. And that's when we had Burger Time. We finally bought a Burger Time. And then we got the closets
I
too.
forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah. Then this was the middle, the other bedroom I bled into, where I had the Street Fighter. I still had my Rampage. I got in the 60 in one I bought off of someone. Still had my Star Wars and a Final Fight. I almost said food fight. If that would have been a food fight, it would have been awesome. But yeah,
Excuse me.
it was just getting worse and worse as time went on. Like I just kept expanding everything.
And if you can imagine, it gets worse.
Yes, it just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. This is probably what, like, this is probably what, 3 years ago? I'd say we're about 3 years in.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
it had to have been because I don't think we had the kids yet.
yeah, because as we get the kids, this is all gone.
Yeah, because that door's still open. Yeah, we didn't have the kids yet.
Yeah. So that is about 3 years in. That's where that's at. So it is like time keeps like happening. We're getting close to getting down to the boiler room because we have our first child, and then it was kind of like we have to rethink some things because obviously we can't like have this stuff here.
Yeah, because his room was like not next to the other bedrooms there, but because there was a closet in it, but you could hear the arcades in his room.
Yeah,
He had a sound machine and stuff, so it was okay. But
yeah, yeah. So, um, hello, Andy's game room. How we doing? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so before we continue on, though, since now that it looks like people just kind of let out from the Super Game Room dudes, it's obviously people come here to see the mixed drinks too. So these are the big buck shots. So we got a couple different shots for you guys, for you and whoever you're entertaining. That you're like, hey, I want to do something kind of neat, but I want to not make it super complicated. So this is actually 2 different shots you can make. And one is for each. Whenever you have an old shotgun, you only had two shells to put in there. So we're like 2 shots, 2 shots. That's how we'll do this. How we'll do this. But for the first one, this one is this one is supposed to be like a Butterfinger, but it doesn't really taste like Butterfinger. Like the one that I'm making, like I tried it again and I'm like, it does kind of taste like Butterfinger. Still delicious, but it's not exactly on par. So for that one, real easy, guys, real easy. You get your stuff out here to mix, and basically you need a chocolate liqueur, chocolate, and then you need Bailey's. I love Bailey's.
Bailey's in the shoe.
Bailey's in the shoe. Yeah, a few of us had to clean up Michael B. yeah, it was good. Yeah, Michael B. I'll tell you, he's creating all types of stuff over there. I'm sure he'll hear me and be over here. Yeah, double barrel shotgun. Exactly. All right, and then
He's like, listen here, it's what's
yeah,
called.
this is what it's called. Listen,
Get it right.
and then you need butterscotch liqueur also. So we need butterscotch, Bailey's,
All that.
and chocolate. You can smell it.
I don't think I ever smelled it by itself.
Okay. So what's great about this one, it's very easy because no matter how much you make, it's always the same. What's it called? Just the same amounts basically. It's 2 parts chocolate, 1 part's Bailey's, 1 part's butterscotch. So if you're making, obviously a shot is usually like 2 ounces, so it'd be like 1 ounce of the chocolate and then half and half on the Bailey's and butterscotch. So
I wouldn't make more than shots with these though.
no, I
Like
wouldn't.
I wouldn't make.
But if you're making like a
drink.
bunch for like, you have like a
Yeah.
lot of guests, it makes sense. So I want to do 2 ounces of this. And you can put it over ice if you want, but it does kind of dilute it a little bit, but it does make it cold. So, some people prefer it to be cold. Yep. And then we got 1 ounce of the Bailey's. Okay. Well, not the Bailey's, the butterscotch, I'm sorry. But also be 1 ounce of the Bailey's too, so it'll all work out.
It smells so good already.
Yes, it does. And then 1 ounce of the Bailey's. Some people, I wouldn't drink a lot of these just because, like, if you're starting to feel sick, having anything with cream in it, like
Yeah.
it's not a good time. It's not a good time.
Yeah.
Not at all.
The way it just kind of like sits in your stomach.
Yeah, it does do that too. It's not fun.
I was freezing and now I'm like burned up.
Yeah. Okay. So you just shake it up.
Shaky.
No ice that's needed in there or anything. Because I'm feeling left out. I'm gonna crack open a beast. There you go. There you go. All right. So then you just pour out the shots. And that's it, guys. One shot right there. One of the double barrel shots. There you go. There you go. So that's just that simple, guys. And this is great. People love this kind of stuff. And again, you can make that's how it ends up looking. This one I got because it counts like a shotgun shell. I actually had two of these, but I couldn't find the second one. So Burger Time Babe, she didn't she didn't get one. I got one. But you can get the shotgun
okay.
glasses, like the shot glasses. They're like shotgun shells. I'm like, that'd be so cool with this. In order to make it. But oh wait, you can't drink that, can you?
No, I can't.
She can't drink it, guys. She's not allowed to drink it.
I know.
Let's see. That's right. So let's wait and see if they get it.
You can have it.
She's not allowed to drink this because not only are we getting a new house, but we just found out that we're getting a new little guy for the arcade. Prager's. That's right. Prager's. Finally.
Yep.
That's why I get two shots and she doesn't get any.
Enjoy that shot for me.
No, he says no.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yes, I did make a mocktail. Lost your shoe. They can still hear you while you're away too.
My mic was still.
Yeah, they can still hear you. Thank you, thank you. Yes, James is a great name.
It is a great name.
So I made her a mocktail before we got on because we knew we were going to announce this. This is a Buckeye mudslide. If you want to, the chocolate kind of
The
melted.
chocolate kind of sank to the bottom, but it's still really good.
Because Jason is all right, but James is right, but Jason is much better. So she gets her mudslide cocktail, which is honestly just kind of like a
milkshake.
It's just a milkshake. Like I saw the recipe online, and it's like, oh, make a Buckeye mudslide. And I'm like, all right, cool. How can I make this? They're like chocolate ice cream and peanut butter, and you blend it. I'm like, oh, it's a milkshake. Oh, we found out a couple weeks ago. So
Actually, if you go back and watch last week's video, you'll see that I don't actually drink anything. I hold it to my mouth and I act like, but I am not drinking anything.
yeah. That is true. That is true. And I gotta tell you, the butter on that is amazing. We got that. We actually tried the other night, and I ate about half of that thing by myself. I was like, dude, I gotta put this away because like that butter that you got for us is insane.
As soon as we run out of popcorn, we're like, we gotta make more.
Yes, it did. How about JJ for James Jason? Yes, his real names will be James Jason. How about that? But she wants a girl. She wants a girl, so.
Excuse me. Either way, it's okay. But a girl would be nice.
Yeah. JJ is dynamite. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna take the second shot because I don't want to waste it, you know.
That's pretty
good. If we get to 100,000 subs by the time this baby's born, I will name it Vegeta.
If either were on the table, it would definitely be Vegeta. MG is a great name.
Yeah, we could call him a little Muppet all the time. Listen here, you Muppet. James also works for a girl. Jason, not so much. So this, if you're wanting to know just how to make a mudslide, they what do they call it? So it's not alcohol.
Like a virgin.
A virgin, yeah, a virgin
A
mudslide.
mocktail.
Mocktail, that's what
There
it
we
is.
go.
Mocktail. All it is was 2 scoops of chocolate ice cream and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and some milk, and you blend it, and then you take a glass and you put syrup around it, and that's it.
It's a milkshake.
It's a milkshake. I was like, this is a milkshake, but it went along the line of the shots we're
But I
making.
feel fancy.
Yeah, she feels fancy with her milkshake, so I blended it really well, so it's more frothy. So yeah, that's all it was though. And I had a little Reese cup. I was like, oh, we'll just put it right there to make it feel special. Jason was Jennifer, Jason Lay's middle name. So you're telling me there's a chance? Maybe. All I do is saw you hit that. Hit that. See, it's because of the. I have a dehumidifier down here, so it warms up the boiler room. Even
Yeah.
upstairs. So upstairs is cooler than it is down here right now.
It was freezing.
You turn an RK1 on its side, and it's a great basket. That's a net. Yes, that's right. See, and they're sturdy too.
We got plenty of them. We're good.
Yes, you got to have the was it
Morticia.
Morticia chocolate shake at Burger King.
Ooh.
We tried the peach frosty at
Pineapple.
pineapple. Sorry, it tasted peachy to me. It was okay. We didn't try the actual burger because they wanted like $10 for the meal, and I'm like, dude, I'm not paying $10.
Not when you can get a 4 for $4.
5 for 5. Isn't it 5 for 4 now?
4 for well, they have a 4 for 4,
Okay.
but the biggie bag is $5.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 4 for 5.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get that. Like, I want to try it, but everyone else says it's like says now you need to pick up a baby cade. Well, hold on one second here. Whoa, that is like insane how much that. All right, let me share this. Window. Share. Boom. And made us tiny. Okay, cool. We already got one. So this is the one we bought a while ago, and actually we have the Paw Patrol one too. We got the Paw Patrol one for $10. Some lady had it and was like, "Oh, it doesn't have a power cord. I don't really want it. $10." And we got it, and I was like, "This thing ain't gonna work." We got home and found a power cord, and that thing works. It still works. And I'm like, I don't know what her issue was. Like maybe she just didn't care to have it anymore. I don't know.
Maybe somebody got it for her and she didn't know like what she had or something.
Yeah, but
and
I
she
was
was
willing to
just
take
getting rid of it.
advantage of that. I
Yeah.
was like, hey, yeah. But yeah, we got both of the little ones. So we're gonna create a
Good to
whole.
go.
We're gonna take off the risers and just have their own one upstairs. So it's exciting though. We're excited for sure, for sure. See, a new house, new kid. You should call it broke. Yes, Biggie for. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Biggie is a bargain. Are you Irish? Yes. There happens to be some Irish in me, a little bit. I got the same one. Ours just died.
No.
Oh, okay. You meant the baby cage. I thought you meant the kid. I'm like, what? Okay, like that's really sad. This thing to say. Okay, yeah. Hopefully ours don't die. They don't play it too much. Like usually before bed, they want to play on them.
Yeah.
And then that's basically their last thing to
They
do.
both kind of run around and play
Yeah.
ghost and robot.
Yeah.
Which is
Our older one, he likes to play Dig Dug, and he always says, "Robot, robot, dinosaur, robot." Oh yeah, we're going to Galloping Ghosts Wednesday. I don't know if we're going to be there or not. I know we're getting in on Wednesday. We're going to try and leave early and get there Wednesday. So we might head out that direction, just depending on the kids. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. See, I didn't watch it because it's only subbed right now, and I'm one of those people only with Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I usually like dubbed more than subbed, but like especially with Dragon Ball Z, I have to have it dubbed because I cannot stand the woman's voice that does Goku. Sorry, I can't. It's just it's I don't know what it is. I just can't stand it. It's just way too high pitched and squeaky. I just can't do it. Yeah, Pro Curse Awards. But yeah, so that was our big news for tonight. I figured since everyone came after the other show, it'd be a good time because I know we'd probably hit our peak. We can make it out Wednesday, so I'm being told to go Galloping Ghost. I will not be there any other day. Oh, I thought you were coming on the weekend, Steps. I thought you were going to try to make it out. Well, we'll try to make it out there. Galloping Ghost, I've heard is like the major place to be if you're into arcades because it has like every arcade known to man and all these weird ones and stuff. But there was one other thing at Pinball Expo that I don't think anyone has really highlighted that I think would go great for us and our channel. We were looking at this before we started because I was like, oh, let's kind of talk about Chicago here while we're doing our thing. And so let's talk about all these pinball machines. And I'm like, great, pinball machines are awesome, cool. And it's talking about the show, the layouts, just all this awesome pinball history. But then it got to this. Want to destroy a cup sculpture for fun and support a great cause. This would be amazing. I could do it for dramatic effect.
Or not. No, thank you.
Come on, would that not be great? Would that not be great? Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, we announced we're having a baby. We're having a baby. So, yep, we're having a third one. But I think it would be awesome. I think you donate to him. That's how it says. You donate to it, and you get a chance to hit the cups over. It's a fundraiser. It's building an upcoming sculpture made from his collection of 50,000 cups, treating Pinball Expo attendees to the show, and a chance for photo ops, and a chance to destroy his sculpture. Donate $10 for your chance to win and support the mission of Project Pinball Charity.
I mean, you may as well try.
I mean, why not? Why not? Alarmo, so she gets time to go. They keep bringing up everything we're talking about. Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes. Congrats if you wanted more kids. Yes, we did. We don't. We weren't really trying, but we weren't really not trying either.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. If it happens, kind of thing. But and it did happen. So there you go.
Did.
There you go.
That it did.
And so I'll stop sharing that screen. And then, of course, since they brought it up, we got to talk about it. You can go full screen. Go full screen. Okay, yeah, there you go. How excited are you to get an alarm clock that would be useless for us?
If it's useless, I'm not excited about it.
No, it's not totally useless. It's not totally. I mean, it tells the time.
There you go.
I mean, it's a clock. So I mean, clocks are nice. It's $100 clock. There's less arcades. Depends on how you spend it, because I get a bonus thing at the beginning of the year, so I'll just use that for arcades and for everything else. A side effect of Master Splinter. That's right. That's right. You drink too many of those, and you end up with another turtle. I am excited. So you're excited for the alarm clock, or for what exactly? But so this here is like, okay, it gives all your different it has a lot of different characters: the Splatoon, Zelda, Mario. And as you're getting up, if you're slow about getting up, it'll like start making noises from whatever you have it set to. So like Mario's, like coins will start going off, like you're hitting a coin, ding, 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 And then I think Splatoon's like the whatever the sound of the paint makes. Zelda, I don't really know. I don't know if it said anything. What the noise was. Yeah, it says horse. Where's that horse? Bonuses for new nursery. Yeah, we got a lot of family that has a lot of kids, so
But we also have the kids so close together. We have everything.
Yeah.
Like we really don't need anything. So okay,
I said Alarmo. So he's like super excited for it.
so this is the first time I've actually seen it, and you're talking about it. I think it would actually be kind of cool.
Okay, so here's the other thing. That whole thing that I told you, and then once you get out of bed, it stops and that gives you like a hooray of some type.
Yeah.
It only works for one person though. So if like me and you are in bed and like that we had this set up, it may not work correctly because like it may
Mhm.
be detecting both of our bodies and not understand what's happening.
Okay, so if it's cool if it's just you, like I like the idea
Yeah.
because then I might feel motivated. Like, okay, I'll just get up and go. But
Now, okay, what if this was steps and anyone else too? What if this was like, I don't know, $25? Would you feel like it was like better that way? Like, if they made it like a cheaper option of this, like would you be like, okay, um, if what does this say? I almost told them a race car bed, but that's my secret wish. That's between you and Santa. Don't you like tell anybody
we
else?
we know your secret wish now.
Yes.
I
The
think
alarm was designed for children, not adults. Okay, so but the people in here seem like they're, probably. I mean, maybe I'm not seeing it right. They look like they're kind of more adults. Like maybe they're late teens. I am MG. I am not too bad. He might. I was sitting there thinking if you had two people in here, he might start. The coins might start going off, thinking you're trying to get up. Let's go. Superstitious son doesn't want this even really, even for like
Hmm.
$25. Like you'd be like, nah. The other thing that's weird is like they're like it doesn't need to be connected to Wi-Fi. Like it doesn't. They're not watching you. They're saying because they didn't even connected to Wi-Fi. But then they say, well, you have to connect to Wi-Fi to get like updates and stuff. So like they
Mm.
kind of want you to keep it connected to Wi-Fi. But like they're like, but we're not watching you, so it doesn't need to be connected to Wi-Fi. So it's just a really weird like thing. Um,
I guess so. Just reading that it's talking about like monitoring your sleep habits and whatnot. So it's kind of like wearing a watch. I mean, it's kind of like having a watch but not wearing it,
yeah.
which I can't even wear mine to sleep anyways because it would be dead.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Does big Nintendo fan no interest in this? They have to ride the retro wave. This ain't retro. It's 2000 plus Nintendo stuff. Yep. Kids use their phones. Yep. Let's say stop that.
Mario, let's just stop that.
Oh, you read it right. Let's stop that. I read it like such a white dude. Let's stop that. It's like waking up to magic. There you go. Like I said, it's my video game. It's gonna tell you you're gonna sleep. Yep. Um, they eventually get retro ringtones. Is it does it have a CPAP? The Nintendo CPAP. That's next. After didn't they say on Super Gamer Dudes the New Wave Toys blood pressure machine? That's the next thing that they have, and then they're gonna have a Nintendo CPAP machine. Someone was saying on this too. They're like, well, Nintendo's always been like they've had these. They've always come up with these type of things, these products, and then they showed like the what was it like the printer on the Game Boy? You could take pictures and print what you saw the camera. Do you remember that?
I never had one, but yeah.
Okay, and then they had the Virtual Boy on there, and what else did they have on there? But there's all types of stuff, and I'm like, all those were like kind of like intuitive. Oh, like the new one had like those cardboard things you built, like that were like it was part of the game. You built a piece of cardboard. Um, so those to me were more intuitive and more like something trying to do that's different and unique. While this just seems like they're just kind of you know they're like, what do you think the kids will like? I don't know, get them an alarm clock. Okay, cool, that's awesome. Like it seems like something your grandma would buy you off of QVC and you get as a gift. You'd be like, thanks, grandma, and you
Yeah.
kind of throw it in a pile and never talk to about it again. Like that's the way this thing feels to me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not really. You already, man. You're like, she's got to slow down. You know, she's got to slow down. She's already only through her mudslide.
Am.
But
These things are dangerous.
yeah, you better not drive home.
Better not.
But yeah. So my thought is, I guess if you want it, it's cool. But for 10 years ago, it's too late. Yeah. You're having night terrors and play the creepy music when Mario goes in the. Imagine it plays Bowser's like roar while you're having a nightmare.
Oh,
Like,
geez.
and you're like, oh, it's like sold. What if it takes you out of the nightmare because it plays a pipe sound, and you're just like piping into the out of to the next dream? I don't know. Could be. Could be. Maybe this is to solve all the night terror problems that anyone could ever have.
That just okay. This is so off topic, but that reminds me. Once I had a dream when I was like elementary school, maybe middle school, and um, there was this like I was at my great grandma's house, and there was this giant guy. It was like he was like taller than all the trees around, and it was like Mario Bowser music as it's the it was the music in Super Mario World when you're fighting Bowser and he like pops up.
Yeah.
That was the music, and it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. However, that was the one and only time where I was like, "Wait a minute, this is a dream. You can wake up." And I woke up. So nothing bad happened, but music was terrifying.
Oh, it's Badlands Chug. I don't know who that is, but it does not sound good. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Steps. I don't know who that is, but no, that's terrible. I don't know who it is, but anyways, so I'm gonna let her chit chat you guys up while I clean this out real quick and get ready for the next shot. I'm still gonna show you the other side of the double barrel, so you get to entertain them for a second
Oh no.
with whatever you want to talk about.
Okay. Sorry, he's leaving. He's not mic'd up, so he
And-
can't defend himself.
And that now the ratings will double, and then they'll go back down as soon as I come back. I was checking the ratings. Oh,
Okay. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about these drinks. This Butterfinger one, not my. It's not bad. Like it's good, but I like the second shot better. It yeah, it's good, but not the same. I don't think he told you guys the name yet, so I didn't say it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It better be entertaining. So here's what happens. My brain just goes and just like talking on the phone, leaving a voicemail is the absolute worst because I don't know what to say and it's horrible and I hate when I have to do it at work because I don't know what to do. He's back. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you said the name of the second shot, so I hadn't said it yet.
it's the Snickers.
Snickers.
And it tastes just like a Snickers. This one actually tastes just like a Snickers. So if you have to try this one, if you like Snickers, this is the one you need to try because it is very good.
And I also would say don't just shoot them like in one shot. Do two.
Yes. Okay, so
It's the worst. I can't. It's ugh.
yeah, what the
Get
phone?
present. Yeah, calling to order a pizza. I'd be like, "Hi,
Yeah.
you guys have pizza?" And it's just like, "Nope, use the app because I just can't do it."
I think that we were it might have been our honeymoon. I was like, "Oh, should order pizza?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." It was like 2 or 3 nights in, and I was like, "All right, cool. Just go ahead and call." And you're like, "What?
I can't do that.
I'm like, "What do you mean you can't do that?" She's like, I can't call." Oh, I forgot the one liquor. 1 second.
There's another one.
Yep.
Oh, I know what it is. Well, I'm not drinking now. I had a milkshake. It was ice cream and peanut butter and milk. That was a milkshake. I'm not having the second shot.
Yeah, that's kind of what was the gag is that we got the shot ready for, and then I said, "You can't drink that." And she goes, "You're right, I can drink it." So then we're like waiting for everyone to kind of get it, and so everyone in the chat was like, "You're pregnant!" Like that's kind of what it was. But
That's why I didn't drink last week either. I acted like it, but I did not.
so this here, how do you even pronounce this one? I always forget how to pronounce it. Is it frag?
It looks like Frangelico, and so that's what I would say, but I could be wrong.
So Frangelico. There you go, Frangelico. If that's what it is. Also, too, whenever is this stuff backwards, right? Because there was a thing that said to mirror us, and I was like, I think that we're not backwards. If we're backwards, tell us.
It looks normal.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks normal, but you need this stuff, and then you need Kahlua, great in your coffee, and then you need Baileys. Again, Baileys.
Ooh,
Almost pooped my pants. Scary game. That is a scary game. See, I don't like scary games. The last scary game I played was um what's that one where you have the camera and you can't fight them? Oh, what's it called?
oh, I don't know. I thought you were talking about the VR one.
No, not the VR one. There's one where you're a guy who goes like in a insane asylum and all you have is a camera with a battery for a light and you can't really fight anyone off. And you have to like hide the whole time. I forget what it's called. But that one was terrifying. I'll have to find it and figure out what one it's called. It's like something about darkness or something. I'm sure someone will pop up here and say
There
it.
was one that I started playing, like there was a demo for on PlayStation years ago. What was it? I remember I talked to you about it. You're in space, I think.
No.
It's scary.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. For the name of it though, Dead Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead
I only
Space.
played
Yeah.
the demo, and I was like, nope, we're done.
Outlast. Yes, Outlast. That was the game. Oh, that creeped the crap out of it. I couldn't even play past like the first like I got like an hour into it and I'm like, nope, I'm done. Like I'm not picking this up no more. That's enough for me.
We did. We weren't ready to say anything yet. We haven't actually we've told like our families, but we haven't
Yeah.
announced like I mean we announced it here, but we haven't told everybody else yet.
Yeah.
Saying Spirit said we ducked the question last week. Yeah, we did.
Yes. We did. We did because it's funny you said that too.
Because we
Yeah,
found out
man,
literally
Outlast is
right before the
nuts.
show. It was right before
Yeah.
the show Friday night. So
Yeah. So okay, so this one's also easy. This stuff here, Miss Buttersworth, is what Steph Games is saying that it looks like, which is very true. I mean, if this was at a distance, like on a shelf, I'd probably say that's probably Mrs. Buttersworth before I'd say it's this stuff.
yeah.
So that is very true. Fortnite's the scariest game. Okay, so this is the same thing as before. 2 parts of this, and then 1 part Bailey's and 1 part. Oh, this is Bailey's. 1 part Bailey's, 1 part Kahlua. So again, it would be 2 ounces of this. Which is stuff. This stuff like is what gives it the.
Peanutty flavor.
I vote the child's middle name is 1UP. Maybe Cornercade's child could be 1UP. He'd probably be like, "Let's go!" This is 2 ounces. Now it'd be at games. That's his kid's middle name. Okay, I'll give you this.
Yeah, so I'll help.
So I'm doing 2 ounces of this. Ta-da! Then we'll do 1 ounce of the other. So again, if you're making this for as many people as you like, it's just 2 parts that, and then 1 part of this. So I'm doing 2 ounces, so it's going to be 2 ounces, and then 1 ounce and 1 ounce.
Oh,
My little helper here.
I am.
There you go. And this is your second buckshot.
Excuse
What did
me.
he say? I mean, Fort Nightmares looks incredible. So I guess you can say Leatherface running around with a chainsaw is actually scary for that game. Dead by Daylight's another one. Not really scary, but more like, especially if you play with friends, it's just more intense. Like, that's because you said Leatherface, it reminded me of that game. Corner Kid has enough kids. He already was tell Michael B and P Dubs they needed the babies. They needed to babysit. Yeah, so this one is the Snickers shot, and you don't need to put it over ice. I never do because it's just a shot. Like I don't really need it cold. Just going down the old guzzlet.
Yeah. And the thing is,
So there's your second shot.
I've been talking about this. Oh man, I really want one of those Snicker shots. We just haven't made any. Can't even.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry at all.
Oh, this doesn't smell good at all.
But it doesn't. Jerk. Just kidding. I smell it.
That is very good. That's very good. They need Art the Clown in that game. Yes, they do. I could use this drink right now. I'm out. Most. Yeah, man. It's I think the most expensive thing is that I can't even pronounce it. Fangle.
This stuff.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce that. If anyone can, I need to like go on Google and like have them hit and tell me what it is. But this is the stuff that makes it taste like Snickers for sure. It has like this I don't know, almost like a nuttiness about it that makes it. It says select hazelnuts and other ingredients, so maybe that's what it is that kind of makes it. But yeah, now again, these ones are not good for if you're wanting to have a lot of drinks in a night because cream, for me, like White Russians and like stuff like this that has Bailey's in it, it's like you don't want to have to worry about that coming up. It's not good. Like so sometimes, you're not eating very much and you have a couple of these and it's like your stomach's like, nope. And then it's just a bad time. It's always a bad time when that happens. But it makes it an extrally bad time. I recently just watched the two Terrified movies and I need to see the prequel as well, the new one. Let's see, I've never seen those. Yeah, I've seen all but the new one. I didn't see the third one. Just call it Miss Buttersworth. Miss Buttersworth Buckshot. There you go. There you go. There you go. But what's funny too is that we didn't even we didn't have the Buck Hunter anymore. I got rid of that thing.
Yeah.
It was cool for a little bit, but then it was kind of hard to see the screen, and then it was like no, people were kind of playing it. Kids were getting rough with the guns. I was like, those are going to break anytime now. And then people stopped playing it. And I was like, I'd rather have the money and buy something that I'm going to play. But yeah, it's that eventually left the arcade. That's the thing with the boiler caves. I like to mix things up a lot. So I always am buying and selling things.
Yeah.
There's certain ones that I keep, but
I think there's definitely a few that I don't see you getting rid of.
yeah.
And then there's some that I'm like, you might get rid of that. Try if you found something better.
If it's not one that I personally love playing, like I just bought more or less for other people to play like together, and like then I notice people aren't playing it very much. Then usually I'm like, all right, I'm switch that out for something else.
Yeah.
And then I'll get rid of it. Or if I find a better version, like I bought that Pac-Man machine and the Galaga machine, like the actual ones.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm getting rid of the the one-up versions of these. I would have the real thing.
Like Dig Dug. I think if you found the full size Dig Dug, I think you would be happy to.
That thing is just the screens. I'm sorry, the CRT, like that's if I could find one that someone already replaced with an LCD, I might be a lot more tempted. But those CRT TVs, man, I hate playing on them. Like,
yeah.
Not that I hate playing on them. I hate the idea that I might have to fix them. That's my problem.
Yeah, these are so easy to maintain.
Yeah. Although you have to gut half of it whenever you get it with the buttons and sticks and marquees and. So, have you heard about the Build-A-Cade, the full-size Build-A-Cade from Glenn?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Glenn is going to be, he's the one that did the Tron stick and everything that I've bought in the spinner. He's going to do a full-size one. He's talking about it tonight too, and how he's trying to make it more, obviously, so it's affordable, the price. So I'm just wondering what everyone thinks like the price may be. I've heard some people say 600, some people say 800, some people say more, some people say less. But I'm just wondering kind of like if it, let's just say it is 800. Let's say that it is 800 out the gate. And I don't know what that'll get you either. If it's going to include one of his boards, it's going to what type of deck's going to come with that. If it doesn't come with one, you have to buy the deck separately. Like, I don't
It's
really.
full size.
That's full size. Like my Galaga, it'll be like that size. It's a full size. And it says the decks are swappable. So if to me, he can make an awesome deck that has, all the buttons and sticks and the ball in the middle and everything like that. But I would want just like a deck that just has like, if I'm making a Donkey Kong,
Like to a dedicated.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm making a Donkey Kong, I just want to stick in a button. Like I don't want like all the buttons and sticks that you could possibly imagine. Like I would just like, is there like a
Yeah.
version where I can buy and just be like, hey, I just want to stick in a button? 'Cause if he's gonna do that, that's gonna be super tempting. Like just to be like, hey, I can buy this and find a ROM, throw it
Mhm.
in there just for this, and have 60 in one or something like that.
Mhm.
Like that's definitely like tempting, especially for stuff we've been wanting, like uh Donkey Kong Cab. I'm like, oh, that'd be so great. You're wanting burger, like a full size Burger Time cab. I want a full size Dig Dug cab. And it's like, well, if we can get them cheaper and you know slap the skin on there, I mean that would be Shotgun Sean knows to the T. $582.79. So everyone, you heard it now. Shotgun Sean has announced what the price is going to be. He knows exactly what it is. Um, but to me too, I'm thinking he said that Sabos is going to be doing the side art, and Sabos is high quality, very good quality,
Mhm.
but he also charges you for that quality, and
Yeah.
he takes forever to get you anything. Like people's been waiting like 5 or 6 months for stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know if I'll be going through him to get this stuff.
Well, I think I don't know, if you want it to be, it's gonna be worth it though. I think if you're getting the quality, and I mean, you may as well stick with what you got. If
Yeah, but I wonder if like the other like arcade graphics and repro, is it repro arcade is the one that also does it too, might like get measurements and be like, all right, we can start making it too and make it a little bit cheaper and faster. It's like I don't know. I guess if the Sabos is going to Mr. Sabos is going to commit to that. See steps here saying Retro 530 also does a good job on the side art too. So it's like there are other options out there. It might be a little cheaper and get you done faster. But if Mr. Sabos wants to commit to this and they're going to make an exclusive deal, I feel like he should hire some more people. So it says I got a couple of marquees from him. Great stuff. After a month, I email just checking in and had them a week or two later. I miss arcade graphics. Yes, arcade graphics is one that I always did. Like I did, I think the Nintendo one here, and I think the Guitar Hero, and this one was all arcade graphics. I think this is I did the Repro arcade. Now you're back to cold, huh? The
that's
Repro
comfy.
arcade for this one, and honestly, these I don't know. The other I like the arcade graphics better because they had to already cut out. I hated having to cut out the one through Repro Arcade. I'm like, arcade graphics already has it cut out for you, so at least you don't have to go through all that. So it was very tedious to sit there and have to cut everything out and then cut it again once you got it on there. So, but they were cheaper too. Um, I know he does signs and marquees. His marquees is awesome. That's what I have in the Guitar Hero one. So his marquees honestly were cheaper and they have like different settings and stuff. If I get more marquees and his works for whatever I'm doing, I'm probably gonna go through Angel because yeah, his is awesome. Um, and then too, like his comes with like a remote, so you can turn it on and off, have it do other stuff. While like Retro 530s are kind of stuck where they're at, like you can't dim them, you can't make them brighter, you can't make them flash. and you can't turn them off either unless you have a separate cord. And the extra bleed is for amateurs like me. Yes, exactly. But I think I'm gonna be curious though. I think if Glenn can do a full size one at a reasonable price, like I'd be interested in buying one just to make a Donkey Kong that you could put
Yeah.
Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Jr. on Donkey Kong 3, and then like Popeye and stuff like that. Like I think it'd be cool to have one you could kind of do that with. But again, I wouldn't want like a ALU looking deck on that. I just want like a simple button and stick, or yeah, button and stick. That's all I want on it. So I'm hoping he'll do like a la carte. You can kind of choose one that you wanted to, and again, I need to look up more stuff on it too. So don't take anything I say as like 100%. I know what I'm talking about too. So I am very unknowing when it comes to that stuff.
So if you could do that, would Stock Jock be interested in doing that, or does he want like an actual Robotron?
Oh no, Sockjock I think will jump right in. Yes, Garage Gamer is next. He's next in about 20 minutes. So if you're on here and you're like, hey, I want more on my Friday nights, definitely make sure that you stop in there. He's going to talk about Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Sparkling Heroes tonight, which I think is amazing. If you have not played that game and you were into the older Dragon Ball Z games, go get it because it is just awesome. I honestly wish I could have sat in on that show for a little bit just to talk about it because I love that game. We never talk anything. We never take anything you say like you know what you're talking about. Exactly. That's how I like to play things. It's like, oh, I don't really know what I'm talking about.
Does he know?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do I know? Probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, like you make a Robotron too. Like I wouldn't mind doing something like that too. Like have an actual Robotron cab. Actually get the like arcade that I actually want. But the thing is it's going to be a lot of work and probably a lot of money because even if let's say that they're $600, these ones here are like $150 to $200 to skin. So I'm betting the bigger ones, they're probably going to be like $300 to skin. So that's going to be $900 out of your pocket, even if um, Sparkling Heroes, man. See what did I just tell you? I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's like that's gonna be like probably $250, $300. So you're looking at on the cheap end, like $900 just to get the skin you want in the full arcade. So
Yeah.
unless you want to leave it blank, yeah, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. That's for sure. But it'll be the one you want then. If you get especially make it to a multicade and you have everything you want on there, it'll be absolutely awesome. You're getting sleepy.
I'm getting
She's
sleepy.
a little drunk off of her
Milkshake.
mocktail. She's like, "Oh, you gave me milkshake. Like I got all full of milk now, so I'm like good to go."
I tried to take a nap upstairs before I came down here.
Yeah.
I got like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So
maybe it's 5 or 10 minutes.
Go play Sparkling Heroes. You could have a lime, yellow limes.
No, why?
You could have.
Why are you talking about this again?
Because I always say stuff wrong.
Limes are green. Lemons are yellow.
Most limes are green, but there are some yellow ones in there.
Well, we're done with this conversation.
This conversation will continue forever. That'll never end. It'll never end. Ever, ever, ever. So we talked about the expo. We talked about the Nintendo alarm clock. Talked about a little bit about the Glenn's arcade, Build-A-Cade. Was there anything else that you're like, hey, I definitely want to make sure that we sit down and talk about this tonight? Was there anything in particular?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be a little bit harder. Yellow limes, yeah, yellow limes. It's a little bit harder making drinks now, especially because it's gonna be tough to drink them in front of her. So it might be a little bit different. I have to make sure I have mocktails every single week too, just for her because I feel guilty already because I know she's like, I can't drink right now.
It's okay. I had some ideas for drinks. I mean, I can share them still. I mean, there's some that I like.
Yeah, for all
Like,
the pregnant ladies out there.
no, I mean like regular drinks that you could
Oh,
regular make. Regular make.
regularly make.
Yeah. Like I've got some fall ones. I've got a fall drink in mind. There's a couple more shots.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be okay. Just drink one for me, everybody.
yes. Pour some out for your Burger Time babe homie. Said he'll babysit the kid while he's born. Don't let him try and breastfeed him. That'd be a Stewie. Stewie from Family Guy. Whenever Peter tries to breastfeed him, he's like,
I don't remember that.
"Whoa." Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'll have to look it up.
What point in price do you consider getting an original arcade cab versus the reproduction ones? It honestly is. You're talking about like the full size like Glenn's. See, that's where else it comes in. It's like okay, you can probably find, you know, I can find Galaga machines all day long on marketplace near me for I'd say between $500 to $800. Um, so it's kind of hard to like justify buying a retro or a repro one that I could make into a Galaga or just go buy a Galaga and gut it, do what I want with it. I guess I think it depends on the game and what you want to do with it. If you just want one game and you really really want that game, then it's like I'd be more tempted to get the actual one and then maybe gut it and then just do what I wanted. But if you're like, hey, I want one that looks like a Galaga machine, but I want to play thousands of games on it on a really good deck, then it might be like, okay, I'm gonna go get this one, this one over here. The other thing to consider is again CRTs versus LCDs. If you don't want to have to worry about repairing or replacing a CRT, then buying a reproduction might be more up your alley. Everything's new on it. You don't have to worry about it, and it is more expensive, obviously, but you have something that you're pretty much set with that's not going to cause you issues for a long time. So just kind of what you want to do. For me, Galaga, I wanted an original one, so that's what I went out and got. So even though it is a CRT in there, I wanted an original because I really love it. And there are ones that we want the actual size ones of. Burger Time for Burger Time Babe, and I love Dig Dug, so I want a Dig Dug one too. So those are like I think really our other big two. We really want an actual full size one of.
I was just thinking, talking about the price points and stuff of Glenn's versus. I have not seen an inexpensive Donkey Kong, so I guess that would be like depending on
Yeah.
how much they are and how much it would be for the
Oh
skins and
yeah.
everything.
I think the cheapest I've seen a working Donkey Kong in our area is like $1,200,
Yeah,
and then usually a working one's like 2,000 plus.
yeah. So I guess it would just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, depends on what you're wanting to
yeah.
make too, and what the going rate is for your area. I know, like, there's a couple in the Stringer films in who's the other one? Pit is it Pitbull Pit something? But they always find them for like, oh, I found this for $100 and I redid it. Now it's like looks like this. And you're like, how did you find one for $50? And these is like, that's just where it is around here. So it depends on where you live too. Sometimes you can find them cheaper, but for our area, especially if it was Donkey Kong, if I really wanted a Donkey Kong, I'd probably look at just getting one that's a reproduction because you might as well do it at that point because yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to worry about the burn in with the CRTs. And then too, it's stuff like we want a Centipede too. I think eventually in a full size, but that one's more or less just like if we find one cool, but to find one that's not got the burn in, that it's just tough. It's unless you know what you're doing or you have like very handy the know-how, it's kind of hard to dictate what to really do. I'm like medium when it comes to it. Like I'm not like a Kong and or like a overtime arcade. Like I'm not in here like soldering stuff and doing all this stuff, but I'm also not like someone who can't replace buttons and the screen or do a mod. Like I can do mods, but I'm not like super super technical with stuff. No pinball machines like all the cool kids. That ain't happening with me
Yeah,
because
I don't see that happening.
even that 3/4 one that's supposed to be leaked, I haven't heard anything else about it. I just heard there's a 3/4 size pinball that leaked that's going to be an actual pinball, but it's 3/4 size. I have no interest in that because I don't want to have to worry about repairing that thing. Because what killed it for me, and this is just my experience, so take it as you will. I went to Cleveland Gaming Classic last year, and the big thing was the Venom table. That was like the big like everyone need to play Venom because it was the table at that time. And I had tickets where I got in early on Friday night, and so they had all these tables out, and barely anyone had played them. And 4 out of like the 10 Venom machines they had were down, and they were being repaired. And I'm like I don't get like something that's so brand new and costs so much money, and 4 out of the 10 are down and need repaired. I'm like, these are not, yeah. Does that trackball and centipede require regular maintenance? Probably. I'm sure you have to. I know on these ones there's uh like the centipede and the golden tee. Like sometimes you have to take it off and like oil it. You put a little bit of oil on it and then put it back and make it work a little bit better. So I'm sure there's something with that you definitely have to do. But yeah, that's what kind of killed it. Definitely 4 kids equals no pinball.
Three.
Three. Well, he's saying we have another one.
No,
Well, for her, she has 4 kids.
I do.
Um, but yeah, that's what killed pinball for me. I'm like 10,000. That thing was 10 or 15,000 for that Venom, and they were breaking left or right, and I'm just like, I don't have the patience. And I know Michael B had issues with his Godzilla when he got it too, and it was like they had to call, and finally they got it working, but for like a solid, at least a few days, like he was worried it was like busted, and I'm like, I don't have the stress level for that. Like I don't know, I just don't my cup of tea. Could be twins. Actually, it could be twins. There's twins on both
Don't
sides of the
say
family.
that. Don't say that.
Yeah, there's twins on my side and on her side. So technically,
No.
no Amy's, no Amy's. So if we had twins, the first one would be named Mupp, and the other one would be Pet. You Muppet.
That's ridiculous.
You Muppet. But yeah. But so with that being said, we did get the 2 drinks done. Talked about a lot of different things. We're definitely gonna have more. We had more to go over with the what all we've done through the years, but we kind of got sidetracked. That's what we do a lot. We kind of had to have things in mind whenever we start these, but also too we don't really have much in mind because like we want to keep it kind of like keep it flowing, keep people talking, and just kind of see where the conversation goes. It's nice to have structure. Um, I had triplets. Twins would be easy. I
That's crazy.
don't know how you do it, man. Because we've only had 2 kids, and I'm like a third. I'm already like,
Yeah. And first 2 are
let's go.
16 months apart.
Yeah.
So not comparing it. Just that was tough in itself. I can't imagine.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, but we kind of like to have some ideas of what we want to talk about, but we don't want to like, be like we have to talk about the next point. We have to talk about the next point, and like just like hammer it. We like to kind of keep it open, see where the conversation goes, and just have a good time. But did you have anything else you want to talk about tonight? Anything?
No, I just want to add if there's anything that you guys want to talk about, let us know.
Awesome.
I mean, you're
awesome.
kind of good at that during the stream, but yeah,
Yeah.
just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we have Garage Gamer coming up next, talking about the Dragon Ball Sparkling Heroes. And
You're so ridiculous.
so stick around for him. always a fun stream with those guys. So head over there. I don't think I have the link. I don't know if Jason can. He's usually the master at this stuff. So Jason, if you have the link, let me try and find it here. See if he can. If who beats who, it's a competition now. Let's see. Well, he's also delayed, so he'll be like, "Yeah, you cheated. Come on." Actually, let me down here.
What are you trying to do?
No, I'm trying to get down here so I can see my. I'm trying to get Garage Gamer before. See, he's probably already got it up there. I have too many people I follow. The Garage Gamer. That is live stream.
It's a dream of yours to have triplets, MG. More power to you.
Copy. Copy. See. And paste. There it is. So that should be to his live stream coming up. Well, if we have triplet girls, I'm pretty sure I want to keep them away from you. Don't shout at her. She's pregnant. I shouted at you.
I'm vulnerable.
All right, so that's the Garage Gamer coming up here in about 20 minutes, and it should be a good show. So stick around for that one. And with that, we'll let y'all go. No outro music due to the backlash of showing it the first time. So not kids, not kids. Oh, okay. But we'll let y'all go. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And again, head over there to